set? We'll call the Administrative Services Committee meeting for December 3rd, 2025 to order. It's 8:30. Roll call, I've got John Collins, Tim Waltoff, Matt Kunkel, and myself. We have a quorum. Terry Greeno said she will be here shortly, and I know that Paul Thomas is out. Eric, I haven't heard from. So we do have a quorum. We acknowledge that Dina Krieger is on the county board and is listening in, and if she has questions, raise your hand or let us know, and we'll be glad to let you in, talk about things, but you're not part of the quorum.
And she's not actually in the meeting right now.
Okay.
She's just listed as someone who was invited.
Okay, fair enough. With that, can I have a motion to approve the minutes for the November 15th?
So moved.
Pam and John, any changes or corrections to the meeting minutes? Not seeing any. All those in favor of the minutes as presented for November 5th, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? They're approved. Any public comments?
We have none?
Okay. Okay. Any member comments?
It's cold.
It takes us down to the routine consent agenda. What items would you like removed, if any, from the routine consent agenda? Don't all go at once. Okay.
Then I'll make a motion to approve the routine consent agenda as presented.
Seconded by John. Since there's money involved, we get to call a roll call. John Collins?
Yes.
Pam Waltoff?
Yes.
Matt Kunkel?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. That takes care of those items. Brings us to old business. My recommendation is we kick this out for about 5 years and let the board decide it in 2020 or 2030. But that's up to you guys.
Good with that. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
In reading it, it looked like it had some issues with the timing
Well,
anyway.
well, it wouldn't go into effect for 2 years, and then you could do it after that. But by then,
But still, you're trapping people behind there where you're literally trying to make cuts to a board that's already been elected because of the overlap, at least the way I did the math.
no.
Actually, that's a correct read. The intent would be, it would bring everybody at the same level at the same time. So with the.
But I didn't think we were allowed to make cuts to those things without doing it that 180 days before an election cycle to anybody who's in office.
This would qualify with that for the 180 days.
Oh, it would, okay.
So it
And
would
doing
take
the
the
math,
first
I didn't
half,
see
but
that.
it wouldn't kick in for 2 years after that
Okay.
anyway.
Yeah.
So what would be the latest time that we could do this without violating any of those provisions?
With the transition of the decennial census,
Yes.
so the 2030 would be, and then everybody would be when you all go for election, it'd be 180 days prior to that, we could do this. I don't know what the date would be on the calendar, but it'd be in connection with the
Being
2030.
redistricting, the 2030 census.
If the whole board will be sworn in, the whole new board will be sworn in December of 32.
But we'd have to do it ahead of that
Yeah.
election
Yeah.
cycle
Yeah,
So
for that, right?
right, 180 days prior to.
you probably want to go sooner. You'll have a primary in the spring of 32, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
March of 32, because election would be November of 32.
So theoretically, if you want to do it ahead of the primary, we could target
November.
120 days, or 180 days ahead of that March primary.
In
So
2031.
it's July, August, to give you plenty of time.
July 2030.
I would never, I would just say I would never do it that close because you won't get a candid conversation. I would suggest that administration put a little star next to this and bring it back in like 2029 and start the conversations at that point so that you have a little bit of gap in between and it's set before it becomes a political football. That would just be my suggestion.
If you let us know in a month, we can have that motion to table and we'll put it on the calendar.
We'll ask for a motion for July 2029. How's that? Can I have that motion?
I'll make that motion. Oh, no, John made it. I'll second it.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye. Thank you.
Brings us to capital plan update.
Can I go back?
Sure.
I apologize, and we've done, and I don't intend to ask for a revote or anything. Just on the resolution with the reclassification, that obviously, it'll just go to the full board, right? There's no other action that needs to happen. We just need to send that to the full board from.
We sent it to, that's what we just did.
Okay, no, I know, I'm just clarifying. Okay, thanks.
Okay, capital plan update.
You know, Tom unfortunately had to attend a meeting at the coroner's office the contractor's meeting to address a conflict, but he gave me a couple bullet points to report, so if you don't mind, I'll fill in for him. The coroner's project is tracking as planned. He is, once again, at a meeting right now, working with the contractor on a potential conflict, so they're working through that. The other item he asked me to report on was for the Crystal Lake Health and Animal Control Facility. They passed the inspection on the nursing side, and animal control will be moving into the nursing side soon on a temporary basis while they finish the build out for the front desk and other areas in animal control. So that move should happen next week, and while they wrap up that work, but he's anticipated it's tracking as planned as well.
Any questions of capital plan? Okay, HR. Didn't expect to get called this early.
Oh, goodness. Getting some work done. So good morning. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We're on to our next groups of holidays. HR continues to keep a very strong, fast pace, as you can imagine. We no more finish open enrollment. We go right into all the audits to make sure the enrollment is processed correctly out to the carriers, so that's being completed now. We also, in the last quarter, we hired 55 people. We termed 55 people, so we're really keeping very strong pace on, positions open and we fill. The thing that I think is interesting is we did 93 new FMLA cases in the last quarter, which is a lot. So we're kind of watching that trend and see kind of what it is. We have a lot of babies, so moms and dads are out spending bonding time with babies and things like that. So we're just trying to watch to see what that trend is looking like, if it's trending up or whatever. So we're watching that very closely.
Doesn't it have something to do with EA, that we have a kind of a younger workforce that hopefully will be with us for an extended period of time? I mean, I would hope that would be reflective of.
Yes, yes. And then we just had a few unemployment claims, which are pretty standard and normal. We finished, all the performance reviews are completed. We're working through compensation right now. Every increase to every employee comes through me. So it goes through Holly, she's our gatekeeper. She reviews it to make sure that it's meeting the standards and the requirements, and it comes to me for final approval. So there's a lot of checks and balances. So just so you know, that all funnels through us and is looked at by 1, 2, and 3 eyes sometimes. So there's a very close watch on that. And then we're working with Carrie and her group on the pre-audit work. So we have to get a lot of things ready for auditors when they start to come in and do their field work. They do a lot of audit in HR, or a fair amount, with retirees and employee files and things like that. So it's a busy time, right on top of the holidays. So, yeah.
Okay.
You said 55 employees left.
Yes.
Do we do exit interviews, and did we have any theme that came out? I mean, was it just, again, natural attrition, or was there anything that you gleaned from any of those that we need to know about, or just kind of standard?
Kind of standard. Retirees. We're having, we're seeing a little bit of a movement in the sheriff's group. We have a lot of people that are getting ready to retire. So we've seen some pretty good levels of retire. I can get you actual numbers on what it is. Sometimes when we do exit interviews, it does result in investigations if we see anything that is, in violation. So we do those. I'm in the process of doing one right now. So yeah. So I can get you actual numbers. We have to see what we've had.
I'm just curious. Yeah.
It's not been the trend of I'm leaving because I don't have, I want more money. We saw that was a real focal
Before we
point.
made them, yeah.
Yeah. Some people are getting termed within their employee training period that they're just not making the fit that we would hope they were to do. And I encourage that because it's like we're not going to invest, months of time when it's just not going to be a fit. So we talk about that with department heads that, get in, get them trained, start evaluating. It's also time for the new hires to evaluate us. Is this where they want to be? Is this what they want to be a part of? So yeah. But I can get you those actual numbers.
Thank you.
But the one other thing that's interesting that I am in the process of is compensation is always something that is at the root of a lot of things. And I am working with the Archer Group. We're going to be doing an internal equity study of compensation. We're going to start trending and doing so many positions reviewed every year. It'll be a 3-year cycle. This year we're doing about 180 or 100 jobs. We're going to start with 100 jobs and evaluate and kind of make sure that our internal equity of compensation is set right for the county. So it's not something that's been done. So I'm looking forward to kind of getting in and making sure that our structure is strong and it's appropriate. So we'll be watching that closely. I'll be reporting out as that comes. I don't anticipate increase in pay. Some things might pop out if something's very off, but internal equity is real important to have a strong structure.
How are you, I apologize, Ken. How are you determining which 180 positions? Are we doing it all within a specific classification?
Right.
Are we doing, okay.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
so it's across the multiple departments, but it's within classifications?
Yes.
Okay.
So the biggest thing we look at high turnover positions. We look at hard to hire positions. We are looking at cross departmentals, like we have a lot of healthcare positions that we share between, the health department and Valley High. What does that look like? Are we balanced? So that is one piece that we're looking at. We're also looking at state's attorney, public defenders to make sure that, that again, we have that internal equity that we're managing well. And then the smaller jobs fall, I shouldn't say smaller, but like your accounting positions, your admins in those departments, and then we kind of starts to grow outward. So we're just making sure that we're set well and that we're not building a house of cards. So, okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah, so that'll take the goal is to have that done by May. So I'll be reporting out to you as that goes on.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Communications, we got a report.
Yeah, Lucy emailed out her report yesterday. She's doing some training this morning.
Yeah, we got it.
So we have a final administrator's report to it.
And I don't have much to say. I want to build a little bit off of what Suzanne was noting. To get all the new salary adjustments in place on time, they need to be done on Friday. So this is a busy time for Suzanne and her team. And I think you mentioned 1, 2, and 3 eyes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I become a 4th eye, just to make sure everything we're doing is within the bounds of our salary administration policy and our pay performance policy. But your elected officials and department heads just do a great job in really trusting that we all stay within the bounds of the rules that you've established. I'm looking forward to a call this afternoon with Sheriff Titleman to just finalize a couple of tweaks that he's making, and I know that we're going to do a good job in getting that over the finish line. I'm taking that call with Rob this afternoon in Wisconsin because I'm hitting the road this afternoon. My son's getting married in Minneapolis this Saturday, so I'm going to be trying to be off the grid as much as I can Thursday and Friday, but call me if you need me. Other than that, call Scott. That's all I got.
Any questions? Thank you. Future topics, I know we have board rules coming up. Yeah, that's probably the next big item that we need to be working on. I don't know if you guys have any others besides that, if you want to suggest. If not, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Yes.
I see one item that the 3 of us actually are working on is the salary administration policy. That's something that came up in discussions regarding the timing of positions coming up for reclassification mid-year. And at that time, it made sense just to do a whole review of the salary administration policy. So we're working on that. We tend to bring something to you in the first quarter of next year.
Okay. That's anything else, can I have a motion to adjourn? By Matt, seconded by John, all those in favor say aye.
Sweet.
Thank you, folks.
Great.